So when I bought this jacket, I was 60 pounds less. So I need a new jacket. So
60 pounds.
60. Yeah.
Well,
Back then I was a small warthog. And now I am no longer a small warthog. So
I'd say you need a new jacket.
yes. So I need some funds to get the new jacket. So let's talk side hustles.
My bro needs a few extra dollars.
Yeah, because you might find yourself in a situation like, the holidays are coming up, or maybe you just need to make a little bit more dough, make the things meet the end of the month.
Need some cheddar.
Got to get that cheddar cheese. So,
Okay, all right.
it's 2025. What is the most popular side hustles that still work today?
That still work?
Still works.
I was going to say, I keep seeing all these videos about drop shipping and whatever, and I'm like, I don't know if that actually works.
I don't know enough about that to say one way or another, but
I don't either.
I don't know how quickly that would end up working for everybody. I almost put drop shipping in the not the full on, but the same mentality as day trading.
Yeah.
Look, I'm sure they both work, but it's a lot more effort, I think, up front and to do it successfully.
I don't know anything about it, so.
Yeah. But other good side hustles, though, I still think raking leaves is an excellent, not too bad way inside of 1 to 2 hours to make 10, 20, 30 bucks. If you're closer in like the city, the suburbs area.
Yeah, you'd have to live in a suburb or something like that. Mm-hmm. I don't know. You think you can make that much money on raking leaves?
Well, I'm trying to think. So let's say, I grew up in a suburb.
Mm-hmm.
If I was to go around to my neighbors and, in the neighborhood I lived in, if I looked at the whole area, there's roughly 150 to 200 individual houses.
Okay.
Okay. And if I just went around to each one, the leaves all just fell. Hey, hello, I'm trying to raise some money. I see the size of your yard. I see the leaves that fell. I will go ahead and rake all of your leaves and take them out of your yard. $25.
Okay.
I can see people saying yes to that.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I think the age of the person asking kind of matters in this one.
Yeah, you might be a little hard pressed to get somebody to. Can you imagine you roll up to like this middle-aged family's yard and you're like, "Hey guys, try to make some extra money. Can I rake your leaves?"
Mm-hmm. You see, it lends itself to the younger crowd.
Called off.
This guy's going around here soliciting business. But if you were 17 or 19, young guy doing that?
I think that you could definitely play anything yard related or manual labor, especially like around the suburbs. You could definitely make that work, I think, Snow plow or snow shoveling in the wintertime.
Snow shoveling.
Yep.
Oh,
You could do that. Again, might play a little bit more to like the younger crowd there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, anything yard work wise, you could probably make work,
I really think going into this winter here, really the snow shoveling, I think that's a good quick way to make some good money. Nothing too insane, but
Yeah, if you're 17, 18, 19 looking to make that couple extra dollars, even 16, whatever, especially, somebody doesn't want to shovel their driveway, I'd pay somebody to shovel my driveway, 100%.
Bro, I'm looking at your driveway. I'm not sure how much you'd have to pay me to shovel your driveway.
That's why I said I would pay someone, dude. I was 100% I would pay someone to shovel my driveway.
Oh my golly, yeah.
It cost me $5,000 to shovel my driveway.
Okay, all right. So we start with the yard work. Okay, that works well. Other good side gigs. I default somewhat to pizza delivery.
Well, you could do that and the whole DoorDash thing. Like the food, Uber Eats, Grubhub, DoorDash, pizza delivery.
Yeah, and these aren't ones that are going to get you rich right off the bat, but it might get you a little bit of something.
Yeah, especially if you're looking forward in the short term, because I think with that one you got to look at the wear and tear on your vehicle. So if you're only doing it for a month, it doesn't really matter. But if you're going to do that as a job, you got to incorporate that into the cost. But yeah, that definitely. I don't know so much like I probably wouldn't do like pizza delivery because then you have to actually be employed by the pizza company. You got to get the job, whatever. But any of the other avenues, DoorDash, I used to do that for a while. I made decent money on it. Yeah, that's definitely a quick, convenient timing wise too, because you can do it whenever you want. You just go hop in your car and say, "I'm gonna go DoorDash," and bam.
Oddly enough, I found some good restaurants when I was a DoorDasher.
Oh, really?
Some places I had driven by, 100, 200 times. Never once pulled in, start DoorDash and getting orders. I'm like, oh, where is it? Oh, that place. Oh, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah. I actually DoorDash a lot of Chinese food, so believe it or not.
I was actually describing a sushi place, actually.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, you could definitely do the food delivery. You could also do that, too. Sometimes, like, UPS or Amazon will pick up seasonal delivery drivers so you can deliver for them. That's a little bit more intensive, I guess. There's more schedule to it.
Yeah, I'd almost put that in the same one as a pizza delivery.
Yeah.
Uber and those kind of places, gotta be a little cautious sometimes with those, but that just as a little side, a couple hours here, a couple hours there.
If you're looking for more of a consistent item, and I don't know how popular this is anymore, but I know back in the day there were several companies that would hire seasonal workers for like packaging or
I was thinking that.
Stuff like that. Like
slinging boxes at Walmart,
like a Big Lots or something like that, or Amazon. They'd hire some extra help. Even retail stores would hire extra seasonal employees just to help out in the during the holidays. So, but that would be more like an actual job. So if you were already working a 9 to 5, that might be hard to squeeze in there.
Yeah, some overnight, something. Just pick on another one, Harry and David. That's well-known one in the industry here.
Yep. Absolutely.
So that's more the generic anyone, really, barring some major physical ailment. Most anyone can do pretty much of the ones we just described there. The slinging boxes, maybe a little delivery, maybe a little Uber, those kind of things. What if you have a smidge of a skill set?
Okay. All right. What type of skill set are we thinking?
So I think there's some skill sets that are more age dependent and some more experience dependent. So for instance, anything that someone's willing to pay for is a good side hustle. So for instance, sounds silly, if you have anything of a tech background, if you understand anything at all about computers, you know at least 35 people whose computer just runs slow and they complain about it. Say, hey,
that's true.
I think I can make your computer run faster. $25.
Yep.
$50. Because they can go over down to Geek Squad or one of those places. Nothing wrong with them. Let's say they do wonderful work, but they're probably going to charge you $100, $150, $200 maybe. At that point, just buy a new computer, depending on what you got.
Right.
But hey, $25. Let me try. Let me try.
Clean it up, make it run faster. Maybe get some old photos off of it or something.
Yeah, nothing too crazy, but just something to help them out.
Yeah.
Just because we might think that's like, oh yeah, we're just happy to do it, but someone else that's willing to do it for them. They don't want to learn it. It's all too intimidating. Just go help them out.
There's actually a market out there too if people have enough. This is a little bit more on the skill set side, but on the tech, custom PCs. Building custom PCs is actually an interesting little niche that you can get into if you have the skill. People will pay for that option because a lot of there are some places you can find around that will do it. Like I think what is it? A Micro Center will build custom PCs for you, but not everybody has access to a place like that, and there's not many other tech places that you can go and say, hey, I want this type, I want you to build me this piece, with all this stuff. So that's one if you got a little bit more tech skill. Another one, like in the summertime, dude, car washes.
car wash and car
or
detailing.
detailing. Yeah, dude. People have. I see these videos all the time of people who have like a little trailer, and they just show up and like detail somebody's car in like 45 minutes. You know, wash it, detail the inside, vacuum it out. Bam, they're gone. 45 minutes.
And they can
Everything's in
charge
that.
$75 to $100 a car doing that.
Yep, and they're just everything's in that little trailer right there, and they just haul it around. Or another one that's getting more and more popular is at-home gas delivery.
What?
Yeah, so if you've got, there's some companies that you can work for to do it, but that's a little bit harder to get into with insurance and all that stuff. But and this requires a little bit more of equipment and skill. So if you don't have that option, this wouldn't be for you. But yeah, a lot of people pay to have their cars fueled up at their home, so that someone will show up with a fuel tank, fill up their car at home, and then go on.
That is fascinating.
Yeah, because they don't want to have to stop at the gas station. So you pay, your price of fuel, X dollars, plus a little bit on top for the delivery charge. It's just like Uber, but for fuel in your car.
On the same one of this, like, go into their place, shoppers.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Having somebody go do your shopping for and bring it back. Yep.
Dog walking, pet sitting.
Yeah,
we used to do a ton of pet sitting.
Yep. Yep. Even house sitting, really. But that's hard to find a niche into.
Right. You kind of just need to build the relationships to.
Yeah.
But if you say, hey, look, we'll sit the house, and when you get home, you will find your house vacuumed, cleaned up a little bit, those kind of things.
If you are looking for like a true side hustle, I know a lot of like professional cleaning companies will take on part-time workers with some flexible hours, especially if you have unique hours and they have clients that are looking for their places to get cleaned during unique hours and you're available to do it. That can be a really flexible side hustle there, just working for a professional cleaning company.
If we were a bit more in the summer, what's the one almost every guy does? Mow lawns.
Yep.
Mow lawns, pull weeds, just the general yard work.
Mulch. Spread mulch.
Mulch.
I did a lot of that. Did a lot of mulching in my high school days.
Yep. That's the only time I ever had second-degree burn, actually.
Really? Spreading mulch.
Rookie mistakes here. I was very pale, and then I was very burnt. That was rough.
Boy.
Okay, so again, that went a little more generic, because each one of those fits a different kind of person. Yeah. Now, what if you have a little bit more of a skill set? Okay. So maybe you have a little bit of a construction skill set. We're not going to go full trades yet. Let's say general construction. What do you got?
So a lot of people will just get on to like some local Facebook Marketplace, Angie's List, etc. Or there's plenty of other apps out there that do the same thing, but they just offer generic handyman services, right? Like, say you need a new light fixture put in, or a new ceiling fan, or you need your dishwasher changed out, or you just need somebody to hook up your new washer and dryer. That's like a little bit on the just basic end of a side hustle, because you can still work your 9 to 5 and go out on the weekend or whatever and change somebody's microwave or whatever, something basic like that. If you want to get more skill-based oriented or detailed into that, you can take that all the way to the other extreme, to where you own your own business doing side work, where you're doing full-on trade work, right? Plumbing, HVAC, general construction. Like there's a lot of guys that do like decks on the weekend, or stuff like that, where like it's a fairly skilled process, but they just do it as a side hustle.
I think that for the trained or training tradesmen, a side hustle in your profession, even though it might be what you do in your 40 to 45 hour work week, maybe 50, being willing to pick up some more of that with a little bit of gumption, to promote yourself a little bit on the weekend,
Mm-hmm.
that is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's you. I mean, you have to be a little bit careful because sometimes if you get into, too complicated with it, with you having to be licensed to do it, or, the whole permits and whatever stuff on the trade side. But yeah, I mean, if say you do concrete on your 9 to 5, you work for a big concrete company, and on the side you pour a sidewalk or a patio or something like that. That's not something people can do on their own for the most part, and that can earn you some money.
The HVAC one is what comes to mind for me because I don't know how to do HVAC. I don't know anything about this virtually, but if I had a good skill set of it, on the weekend, yeah, oh yeah, you're not going to come Monday through Friday. You're willing to come on a Saturday for me to help me out.
Yep.
Wonderful. Hey, I'll work with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good one because people pay a lot of money for these things.
Yeah. Or if you know how to wrench on cars, even.
Oh my golly.
There's a lot of people that just don't want to mess with it.
This guy. I don't. I need someone to help me do this.
Like, hey, I need my oil changed, or I need my tires rotated, or something as simple as that. I need to top off my fluids, or change a filter, or whatever. If you know how to wrench on some cars, that can be, obviously make sure you know what you're doing first, but brakes, something like that, you can easily make some money on people not wanting to do. They just don't want to deal with it.
I have a buddy who is a traveling mechanic. That's his full time at this point.
Oh yeah.
So I'm sure that started out that, hey, you know what? Yeah, I can do this. You know what? I'll come to you.
Yep.
It didn't matter where you were. He went to you. And now, full time gig. Now, if I want to get a hold of him, it's going to take me 1 to 2 weeks. And I'm like, wow, this guy's amazing. And it really doesn't matter what he charges me because it's worth the money to me. Because if you have a good salesman / worker in this situation, because they're kind of promoting themselves, you find someone you trust there. One, they're going to make a good profit on you because you want them to. You want them to want to do business with you again. Make a good profit. They'll do a good job.
Yep.
And the word of mouth on that, amazing.
Oh yeah, especially because it's it's hard to find a good mechanic or whatever, and the dealerships are so expensive. So yeah, if you know how to wrench on cars, I know a lot of people that pay people to do that kind of thing. They just don't want to deal with it, so they just pay somebody to do it for them.
And almost everyone has something that they can do that someone else either doesn't know how or doesn't want to do.
Yep.
I have a buddy who, incredibly random, but their sister did not want to organize their closet. Super simple, but he volunteered. So, she paid her to go take care of the closet because she didn't want to organize it. She didn't want to go through it. Just paid someone to do it.
Another one that my mom used to do, and she didn't really sell it as much as she definitely could have. It was more like she'd do them for people she know. But like custom embroidering or quilt work or like clothing repair, that's not nearly as much of a thing as it used to be. But like if you go on Etsy or wherever and you want a custom like blanket or quilt or embroidery or any of that fabric working items, people will pay a good amount of money, and you could just make, it's a skill set, whether it's knitting or crocheting or just making clothing. You can put that stuff on Etsy and people will eat that up. Like you're getting into the fall season and you make like pumpkin hats or whatever, people will eat that up all day long. And that's an easy one because you can do it whenever you want. Then just as people buy them, ship them out. Even on eBay, you can put them on eBay.
And we're going into the holiday season. You know what's better than a keychain? A keychain with my initials on it.
Yeah, just something that simple. Especially in the custom market out there for like people wanting, anything from a custom wallet to a custom keychain, like you said, or whatever. You can get all that stuff. And if you know how to do any of that, you can put that stuff up there and people will eat it up.
Mm-hmm. And the price that someone's willing to pay, that's the price.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Just because
you'd be surprised what people will pay.
I have some friends who are professional photographers. They have a hard time charging what they're worth because they would personally not pay it.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It's like, now hold on, remember, you may not be your client every time.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes your client is the person who says, I don't know how to do this. I don't care what it is. I'm going to pay a price. Tell me what you're worth. Mm-hmm. And you get to charge truly what you're worth.
I wonder if that's actually maybe the hardest part of doing the side hustle is not actually doing the work, but figuring out how to do it. Especially if you're doing it on your own. Like, how do I market this? How do I, regulate my sales? How do I decide how much to charge for it?
Mm-hmm.
All that kind of stuff. I wonder if that's actually harder than just doing the side job itself.
I think a lot of people, that intimidates them. But at the end of the day, it's worth whatever someone's willing to pay. Mm-hmm. So, not as much a side hustle, but a skill set I have is I digitize home videos, pictures, those kind of things.
Oh, okay.
So let's say I'm going to use a real example here. I have some family who has not heard another family member's voice in 50 years because they've been dead. We have an old school cassette tape. We digitized it, and now it's on their phone.
Oh, that's awesome.
What is it worth to that person to hear their dad or their loved one say, mm-hmm. I love you, and it's been 50 years?
Wow. Yeah,
what's that worth to them?
I'm sure people would pay an outrageous amount of money for that.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
There's always something we each can do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
From helping someone just clean their house, clean their car.
Yep.
And we need to not be afraid of no.
Right.
Like, let's pick on, we're picking on the 17 to 19-year-old shoveling walks.
Uh-huh.
You might have 30 houses on your block. Again, suburbs.
Mm-hmm.
First 5 people may not answer the door.
Yep.
6 and 7 have dogs barking at you.
Mm-hmm.
Number 8 answers the door, doesn't want to talk to you.
Yep.
And number 10 says, oh, I'd love that. Will you go ahead and start now?
Yep.
Now, let's say that took you 2 minutes per house to, walk house to house. All right, so you took 25 minutes, got a couple no's, and then one person says yes, and you make $25 to $30.
Yep.
In that hour, you made $30.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
And I don't, a lot of people get so caught up in, well, I'm, it's going to take me all day and I'm only going to make $50 or I'm only going to make $100 or whatever. Mm-hmm. Even if it's as simple as cleaning out trash, or whatever. Mm-hmm. And maybe that's the case, but if you need some extra money and that's what you could do and that's what somebody's offering you to do, okay, so what? You're not making $100 an hour. You're making extra money. Mm-hmm. You're working. You're getting the extra side hustle. I guess, I don't know. To me, don't get so caught up in making sure you're making top dollar money or, making it worth your while when if you just need a couple extra bucks, and that's what you can do, then do it.
Mm-hmm. Don't get into the analysis paralysis. Yeah, don't overanalyze. And what are you going to do? Where else are you going to do? You're going to go watch Netflix for 4 hours of the night?
Exactly.
And you know what? You get some good laughs, maybe, but you're probably scrolling on your phone the whole time. You're not even watching Netflix.
Yep.
Go do something. Go be a little productive and go bless some people.
Yep. Even if it's not top dollar,
Mm-hmm.
It's still, I think worth it to some degree.
Mm-hmm. There's a benefit you get by just blessing someone else. And it's getting, dollar bills? Oh gosh, I can't remember. When you serve someone, they give you tokens of appreciation with presidents' faces on it. There it is.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. There you go. Yep.
Yeah. No, it's fun.
There's plenty of options out there. You can do You can do anything someone's willing to pay for.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter of figuring out how to do it and then doing it.
Yeah, go try.
Yeah.
Go try. What's the worst thing that's going to happen?
You learn.
Mm-hmm.
You're always going to learn.